That was it, people. That was it. That was the moment, similar to like landing on the moon, that definitive moment that changed history. D-Day, World War II, Normandy, the beginning of World War II. That game last night, I think, against the Sharks was the start of an era that I think is going to lead towards premiership success. And I really bought in and believe from what we saw last night, especially from our young talent and from the team, the whole performance is one of the best I've seen in recent history. Controlled, explosive dominance. And if I believed in Webby already, which I do, I believe more in him now than ever. And I believe in the playing group that we have right now just as much as well. So, look, guys, I just needed to get my thoughts off of about this performance. I think it's one of the best, and it needs to be spoken about. And for me as a content creator, when we see performances like this, we have to acknowledge them. We have to call them out and say that was a flag sticking in the ground moment where we claimed ourselves. We presented to other people that we're here. We have landed, we're here, and we mean business, and we want to go for the throat. We're going for the jugular. We're going for the NRL Premiership. And you know how many years as Warriors fans we've said this is our year, all that stuff. We've been mocked for it. We've been a banter club. But there's something about that performance that for me says we're not waiting until 27, like I said, for the development to develop. They're ready. We're here to go. Let's go for it. So it's massive raps. Big up Webby, the club, everything that's been happening over the last 3 years, 2 years at home, into our third year. We're building towards something. Look, I had to take notes because for me, this is something I want to document and make sure that I get right from the raw emotions of what I saw and what I feel. And I think for a lot of people, I've spoken to a lot of the first graders in our chat at Wise Up TV, and I feel everyone believes. And people were telling me, because I didn't watch it live, people were telling me, bro, go back and watch this one. And you're going to see something different. You're going to feel something different. And when I watched it back, I understood what they were saying. The level of defense, intent, speed, of line speed, offloads. We saw expansive, out of yardage, spreading wide early in the tackle. Offloads galore with guys running off the ball. Metcalf, pinpoint accuracy kicks, just a complete package. And I know a lot of people have been dying for that because we've had a lot of close games. And I was thinking, yeah, we're going to trend here. We're going to stay tight again. I'm thinking in that old mindset, and this is where I think we need to kind of start to change the mindset of how we view this team. Look, we've been in tight games. The trail nearly got us. End of the road. Boys are hungry for a bye. Let's just get over the line, and if it doesn't, whatever it takes. No, the boys said, we want more. We're not tired. We're fresh. We're hungry. Let's go and smash these guys. And rightfully so. Absolutely amazing. I'm just quickly going on that performance. One of the most complete performances I've seen probably in this era for Webby for sure. Previous eras, go back to Cleary's time, even Daniel Anderson's time. Very rarely do you see a complete controlled performance like this. This is one to write down and say that was one of those days and one of those performances that exemplified what it means to want to win at the highest level. And it's got to start off with the youth leading the way. Sam Healy last night, showed something that he's a serious footy player. Speed out of the ruck, the tempo he runs with, timing of his runs, the passing out of dummy half, the defensive solidity he has as well with his size. He's a big guy. He's definitely putting his hand up as a future hooker, no doubt. Replacement for Egan in years to come for sure. But also could play a massive role off the bench if we go that way, if Egan comes back. Definitely his first grade quality. And to see him put it up against his old club he's been developed through, it's nice to get one back over on him, and it's a credit to the club's development, recruitment. That's a good signing. That is a sign that you're recruiting well, you're studying your Aussie recruits well, getting them over the line here, and what a performance from him. Laban stepped up today and owned the space. He owned his position. He owned the physicality, the intimidation. He was intimidating people. He didn't care for who you are in the game. His underneath runs back inside, his physicality in the tackle. Look, it's no surprise they've signed him long term with Lecker, but he's going to be a force. He's definitely going to be a force of the future. Lecker, man, you got to give this kid a big rap. The amount of scalps he's had in terms of back rows he's come up against and done a number on them, or has been influential in terms of getting us over the line. That try, all the other little things that he's doing, defensive work. He's building a resume that says, I am going to become one of the best back rowers in the game. And look, he's on the right side one time, then he's on the left. Scores a try on the left off a kick. His physicality, again, those runs underneath, that dropping him underneath was a great strategy to tire out the Sharks. And him and Laban together were just fantastic. But I think for this specific game, you got to give it to Vaimaunga. You saw the talent, not raw talent, but developed talent now that says he wants a piece. He wants his piece as well. He wants his contract extension as well. He wants to be a household name of the future. And when he gave that ball to Fish, you saw tempo, hold, change of pace, turn the hips, short ball off the hip on the Fish, perfect placement. No look out the back. You saw the explosiveness for the try. You saw the offloads, the intensity that he's playing with. That was a breaking out moment for him. Look at a kid that came in, Magic round 23, I think it was. First 2 minutes, he gets sent off. Had to work his way through 2024, got very small moments. Then this year he comes along, and now he's solidifying himself as a top level talent. Now we're going to transition to Metcalf. Look, he's definitely solidified for me that he's R7 moving forward. And his resume, again, is building the running game today. Last night was fantastic. Building the running game off of the offload game. Setting up Vaimaunga for his try, the kick for Dallin. He's really flourishing and developing at such a high clip. I'm just super impressed with him, and that he's confident. He believes in himself. He backs himself. And we need to believe in him. CHT, again, a level of consistency, kicking game. He's developing too. He's picking his moments, his own try, calling for it, seeing it, the intercept. all the little details, defensive work that he's doing. Everyone is on an amazing tier, especially those halves. I've got to go to Fish now, and it's great to see the comparison between him and AFB and see it on the field, and to see it and to see what the difference was. AFB, an amazing talent, an amazing player in his own right, one of the best in that position. But you see the defensive impact, and we talked about it, me and Ash, a lot. Like, we knew it wasn't like for like, but it was going to be defensive impact. And we're seeing his work around the middle, and happy for him to get over the line as well. But the cultural mindset, the change in the mindset of the players, with him leading the way, is so different to what it was last year and the year before. This is a defensive level I don't think our boys have ever been at until this point, and I think I give Frisch a lot of credit for that. And that success has followed him wherever he's gone to now where he's at the Warriors. CNK, the man that has been constantly disregarded, disrespected, absolutely tireless last night. His work rate at the moment is relentless, and you got to give him massive credit. And how dare I let Boldo call Kennedy better than him in Combine 17? I apologize to our fans. I apologize to Ash that I let that one slip. That is a massive disrespect. How dare I disrespect CNK to let that one slide last Tuesday night? Please forgive me. Please forgive me of my sins. How dare we disrespect this man? He is proving it once again that he is all about being that fullback for us. And his work rate and effort, defensive, that tackle on Katoa at the end, using his body weight to pull him down, I was like, yo, this guy's operating on another level right now. Operating on another level. RTS, man, proving to be one of the best wingers in the comp. That's the RTS that, I said he was a club signing and he was here for the money. He's not here for the money. Well, he's going to get paid, but he's here to prove a point. He wants to win. You can tell that in the way he's playing. The defensive detail now is looking really sharp. Him and Pompey out there. And the yardage carries, man, were just fantastic. The detail right now is on point. And he's just explosive. We need every amount of him going into a late run here. Cape Wa, just Mr. Consistent. I get why now Webby hasn't replaced him with a CHT on the centres. I get it. He's good enough to do any job he's asked to do. His detail and timing's been bang on. The work him and Dallin were doing, specifically Metcalf on that channel, and then one-on-ones, all the little things that he does is absolutely perfect, Clark, what an absolute weapon he is, what an absolute player he is, man, and I just so proud of him right now, man. What he's doing is insane. Look, I'm probably going to miss a lot of other people, but that's as far as I got in my notes. But I want us, for me specifically, I've been holding out for something like that. And when you finally see a performance like that, I'm all in. If I ever was out, which I wasn't, but from what I've seen, the progression now, we're serious. We're legit and we're serious, and we should take ourselves serious. And as a fan base, we need to take our boys seriously and respect them. No longer doubt them. No longer doubt the coach. Show him the respect that he's done to be able to get this unit, this team, and don't compare it as well to 24 or 23. This is a different style. It's a different approach. The coach has changed the tactics completely, and we're seeing the fruits of it. Shout out to Jackson Ford as well. Shout out to him. He's been absolutely awesome. and I can't take anything away from everyone that's playing. I thought Webby, that might have been his best game as a coach. The way he called that game, even the rotation for Tamaire early for Healy, pinpoint. And shout out to Tamaire too, kind of a lost, forgotten guy, but his run, his work defensively, and he's not a hooker really. He's not a hooker, but he did a job that allowed us to continue to put pressure on, and he delivered in his role. So I've got to give a massive reps to Tamaire for stepping into that space. But the way Webby called that game, look, it was a masterclass in terms of out coaching, out tacticking, should we say, your opposite in Fitzgibbon, and nullifying their strengths, attacking their weaknesses, and we destroyed them. And now where does that lead? Look, for me that leads to a serious conversation about getting to the end of the season, getting a top 2 finish, and preparing for a deep run. It's a long way to go, all things considered with health and injuries, but the depth that we've got right now is the time. Now is the time. But if anything that I took from this performance, watching it back, I've watched it 2 or 3 times now, I believe in Webby. I trust in him. And as us as fans, I just want you to believe as well. Get behind this team. Believe in them, back them. Everyone that goes to games, back the boys. Shout out to Warrior Nation, everyone that was at the game in Cronulla, everyone overseas getting behind this team. Everyone, let's get behind them, because I believe if I had any doubts, they're gone now from what I've seen. So, look, it's going to be a bumpy road. The NRL isn't easy, that's for sure. But this team can do something, and it's now. Now's the time. I'll leave you with that, guys. See you on Monday night for the Club Rooms members show, and on Tuesday night, me and Ash are going to break down we're going to do a mid-season review, do tier lists, break everything down into its bits and pieces, and try to come up with some answers for the future. But guys, enjoy. Embrace this moment. It's a special time. Definitely is. Up the wires as always. Peace. Catch you later.